Alright, another simple TVM problem, but you might want to read through all the way before you start trying to answer these things. Because you got to identify what you're really trying to solve and what you need to know. Alright, so Amy found a magic lamp out on Folly Beach, rubbed it, out pops a genie, and the genie gave her $10 million in cash. That's the good news. Now here's the bad news, because there's always some bad news. The genie told her she needs to set aside enough of that money so that she's going to have $5 million of it left at the end of 20 years. Spend all the rest of it you want, but you better have $5 million at the end of the 20-year period, or you will be cursed. In fact, not only you, your entire family will be cursed. It sounds like a dad. Back to the problem. Alright, so Amy's significant other says that, hey, I know where we can get a guaranteed, no risk, 7% rate of return on the money. So you don't have to put aside all $5 million. We could put aside less than $5 million today. And as long as it's earning 7%, you'll end up with $5 million between the money you put in today and the amount of interest you earn. Alright, so that's where the problem says, how much of her loot must she set aside today so that there'll be $5 million in the account 20 years from now? Okay. 20 years. We're solving for how much she puts aside today. A single lump sum payment today in order to make sure she has $5 million when the genie comes back. They're not going to add any other money. It's going to grow at 7% per year. So all I got to do now is solve for PV, rate, number of periods, payment, no other payments, but I need to have $5 million. Okay. And what that means here is, given our answer, it means that if Amy takes that 10 million bucks, peels off $1,292,095 of it, and puts that in this guaranteed no risk savings account, then it's going to grow up to $5 million over the next 20 years. So the principal that she'll have to put aside today is 1.2 million bucks. Between that and the interest it earns, you'll have a total of $5 million bucks. So how much of that $5 million you have at the end of that period is interest? $3.7 million. So between the closer to 1.3 million she puts in, it'll earn $3.7 million of interest and then give the genie back its $5 million. Alright? But that also means that instead of just taking the 10 million bucks that the genie gave her and peeling off $500,000 and setting it aside under a mattress somewhere, she can actually go spend closer to 8 million of it, okay, or actually closer to 9 million of it, because if she's earning 7% interest, it'll earn a pile of interest over the next 20 years.